Living your life based off how other people think of you is the fastest way to hating your life. Think about it. Everybody's got an opinion on what you should do with your life, right? People, from the moment you wake up, before you've even gotten up, there's a whole bunch of people out there who have an idea for what you should do with your day. Whether it's your friends or your family or your coworkers or your boss or your team or your employees or your customers, everybody's got an agenda for your time. And the first thing that most people do is you wake up, you pick up your phone, and you start reacting to other people's emergencies. You are thinking about putting out some content or expressing yourself in some way or getting a new haircut or getting some fresh clothes. And the first thought that then comes to mind is, oh, how am I going to be seen? What are people going to think? It's funny, we want to put out content. The number of people who message me and say, hey, Evan, I want to put out content. I want to create my own YouTube channel, but I'm too afraid. Like, well, what are you afraid of? Well, I'm afraid that nobody's going to see it, and I'm afraid that people will see it and they will judge me. Think about how crazy that is. You're afraid that nobody's going to see it, and then you're at the same time afraid that people will see it and that they will judge you for it. And so people keep getting stuck in this loop of just constantly overthinking instead of actually doing. And it's a giant dilemma. It's a big problem because you know you're capable of more. Right? If you know that you could be here, if you have dreams, goals, aspirations, desires to be up here, right? Like, do you have goals for where you want to take your life? Of course you do, for where you could be. And the path to get there is filled with other people's opinions. The blocks of why you can't take the next step is because of how somebody might judge you. Because you're not actually that afraid of failing. You're afraid of failing and who will see you fail. Right? You'll sing in the shower, but you won't sing on the street corner. What's the difference? Other people will see you. So you're not that afraid of failure. You're afraid of failing and who's going to watch you, who's going to see you, who did you fail in front of, looking around like, oh, did anybody see me? That's the problem. And so if you know you're capable of more and you're stuck down here and that's the only difference, you have to learn to start to break that pattern. The second that you start to feel somebody else's judgment of you, and that's the reason why you're not taking your idea to the next level, it's not a good enough reason. Nope, not anymore, not for you. Let me share with you a couple tips of how you can take that concept and make it practical. Number one, trust your ideas. Trust your ideas. Trust that they came to you, the intention is good, right? Ask yourself, this idea that came to me, is the intention good? Are you in a positive place or negative place, right? If the intention is negative, oh, I hate that person and I'm going to screw them over and I'm upset at them and I'm in jealousy or rage. Okay, don't trust that idea. But the ideas that are positive, the ideas where you're feeling good and bold and powerful and confident, like I've got this great idea. You get these ideas in a shower. You get these ideas when you're on vacation. You get these ideas when you're outside walking in nature. Those ideas, trust those ideas. Trust that they came to you for a reason. Stop overthinking them. Stop overjudging them. Stop trying to figure out how it's going to work out before you take some kind of action. Trust the ideas, period. It came to you. You are a genius. Therefore, it's a great idea. And start taking some kind of action on it. Step number 2. When you feel the burn of somebody's opinion on you, even if they haven't done it yet, you just feel the potential burn of somebody's opinion on it. Teach yourself to go do that thing. Do that thing just because. Even if it has nothing to do with your business or your goals, just because. I remember I was walking down a street and I was on my way to my dance studio. So I own Toronto Dance Salsa. It's the largest salsa dance school in Canada. And that was a 25-minute walk, something like that, 25-minute walk. And I had my music on in my ears and I'm dancing on these little side streets as I'm walking there. And then I get to the corner of Yonge and Shepherd, which is a really busy intersection in Toronto. And all of a sudden, what happens? There's lots of people, right? It's a busy intersection. And what I noticed myself doing was I stopped dancing. I went from like big dancing on the street, walking down the street, let's go, to, just like a head bob, right? Just a head bob. And I caught it. I said, wait, what am I doing? I'm not living my life. I'm not having the fun that I should be having. I'm not playing big because what? Because there's some random people around me. And as soon as I caught that, then I started dancing bigger. I said, put the music on louder, started dancing bigger right there in the corner, Yonge and Shepherd. And you know what? Most people didn't even care. Most people were like, hey, whatever, walk. They don't even look at you. Some people look and maybe they think it's the worst thing ever, or maybe it inspires them. Maybe they have a smile and they go off and make somebody else's day a little bit brighter. Maybe they decide that they're going to take some kind of dance class or sign up for something to change their life a little bit, right? We always assume the negative, but there's also people who you're going to be helping and inspiring. When you bring it down to the worst person, that I can't do this because somebody may judge me and think negatively of me, then you never end up focusing on the people who you can serve, who you can help, and go have a big impact on. So even though that had nothing to do with my business, I just caught myself playing small. And the scary part was I had probably done that walk hundreds or thousands of times, and I never caught it. Now I caught it. Right? So I think we play small by default. We're worried about other people's opinions by default. And as soon as you catch it, you want to teach yourself to go do that thing. Because not taking action, and the reason being somebody else's opinion, is that's not a good enough reason. It can't be. Not anymore. Not if you want to go off and accomplish your goals, because on that climb up, there will be people who will attack you. There just will be. And it has nothing to do with you. A lot of people are in such a negative spot, and they took their shot on their dreams. And now because it didn't work for them, now nobody around them can have success. So step one is to trust your ideas, right? It came to you, you're a genius. Let's go do something about it. Step two is to not allow the opinions of somebody else be the reason why you don't take any kind of action. And then step three is to remind yourself that hurt people hurt people. I don't think they're really negative people, toxic people. I don't think it's baked into anybody. I think humans by default are good. We are built to serve. We want to help. So why would somebody who's built to serve do something negative, tell you that you suck, leave a nasty comment on your video? Because they're in pain. Because they're struggling, because they hate their life. Think about you. When you were in a lot of pain, when you've struggled in your life, did you show up as an amazing human for all the people around you? Did you never go and give somebody a snarky remark? Right? Are you always proud of how you showed up when you've been stressed out, when you haven't slept, when you're dealing with a really frustrating problem? Right? Of course not. You've had those moments too. Now, it doesn't mean that you go to leave somebody a really negative comment on their YouTube video, but you have reacted out of emotion and you have not been proud of yourself. I have, you have, everybody has. It's part of the human condition. Now imagine if somebody is constantly being beaten down, constantly hating their life, don't even see a path out. How much rage they have inside them. What are they likely to do? Well, continue that behavior just on a bigger scale. Crying out for an attention because they have no friends, because they hate their life, and this is the only way that they get any kind of significance. And what you can do is, when you see something like that, flip it to empathy. Instead of feeling anger, instead of feeling rage, instead of feeling your own insecurity, remind yourself that hurt people hurt people. Why would this person come and leave a nasty comment for you if they don't even know you? Because they're dealing with their own struggles. Because if the highlight of their day is coming and leaving a negative comment on your video, how much does that say about how much they hate their life? And when you can actually feel that, it removes the sting from the words. Maybe there's something valuable in the comment, but a lot of times it's just hidden. The hidden value is there, but it's under a lot of negativity. Maybe there is actually something in your video or in whatever you create that could be improved. Just the way they delivered the feedback was really, really negative, right? So it allows you to actually see the feedback and see the person when you can remove the sting of the words by recognizing that these people hate their life. You can help them feel better by keeping doing your thing and making more content. Whatever you want to do in life, whatever your big goals, big dreams, big aspirations are, you have a picture. It may not be a super clear picture, but you have a picture of where you want to go. And that's noble, and that's valuable, and that's serving. And you're going to touch a lot of people's lives along the way there. But only if you act, only if you do something. Those great ideas do nothing if they just sit in your head because you're too afraid to take action because somebody might judge you. The minute you can stop living your life based off the expectations and opinions of other people, that's when everything changes, and that's when life starts to get really, really good. If you want another Evan Rant video that just might give you the confidence you need, check it out right there next to me. I think you'll enjoy it. Continue to believe, and I'll see you there. You are the product of the 5 people that you spend the most time with. You've heard that before, you know it's important, and the reason why it's so true is because of a concept in persuasion in that whoever is more confident wins.